Everybody, how y'all feel? You tune in to another great episode of Male Translations with your host, Clarence Brown. I'm here with a special guest of mine, Dr. Harley, relationship psychologist and author. Man, I appreciate you coming in, Dr. Harley. Man, get some love from you, brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. I wanted to bring you in because there's a lot of questions that women have been asking me and wanted to have, perspective on. So it was good to have a professional come by and, shed some light on a few topics. One mainly being how to get over your ex, so women that have approached me, and men also that kind of had difficulty getting past somebody that they've dated prior, and moving on to the next situation in their life. So I wanted to have you kind of explain some ways on how people can get past that baggage and the old relationship they were in. And so just starting out, man, I'm gonna jump right into it, Dr. Harvey. Me personally, when it came to my experiences, when I ever got dumped, in the past, when I was trying to, regrettably so, but it happens, everybody ain't all that to everyone. Yeah. So, when I used to get dumped, I used to solve all my, get through it issues with Hennessy and porno. So, tell the people, but on a serious note, like, from a psychology standpoint, what would you say is the best way for somebody to get through it, so that they can heal or move on to the next situation and be ready for that person that they always dreamed of and whatnot? What would you say is the best way to get through that?
Well, I don't think there's one particular thing that you can do that will assist you or make that process better. But there are several things that you can do. Mm-hmm. So there's not a one thing that fits everyone. Like, if you just do this,
right,
it'll help you.
Yeah, everything don't work for everybody.
Yeah, it's a process, and there's certain things that you can do that will help smooth that process for you, make that process a lot smoother for you. One of the first things that you should do is, and this is I'm speaking to the men here because women allow themselves to do this. So I'm going to speak to the men when I say this.
Go ahead.
Allow yourself emotional catharsis.
The hell? What?
Okay, so what I mean by that is, let it out.
Okay.
Allow yourself the freedom to take some time to cry. Right?
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah, you don't want to be a slobbering fool, but still allow yourself to get that out of there.
Right.
Get that hurt out.
Mm-hmm.
Those biological processes that cause us to cry and cause us to release all of that negative energy that we have and that pain that we have, they're there for a reason. They're important. You think the analogy that I can use is if you think of like a balloon and you're just continually filling it with air. Eventually, what's going to happen?
It's going to burst.
It's going to burst. So you got, or like a tea kettle, same thing, right? You keep, it gets hotter and hotter, and then boom, eventually that steam starts coming out of it. So you gotta release that. And so you want to release. Give yourself some time to do that. You don't want to be.
That's what I did with the Hennessy and porno.
Well, whatever works for you. Whatever that vehicle is that you use. Whatever that vehicle is that you use to get that out. Get it out, right?
So but hey, that's what it was. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you allow yourself that release and get that negative energy out, and then you try to replace that negative energy with something positive.
Okay. But what's that word you said?
Catharsis. It means like release.
Damn, I gotta look that. How you spell that?
Catharsis.
That's crazy. Anyway, so women say all the time this, especially about the fellas, right? They'll say that, okay, well, the way a man get over a relationship or get past a woman is to get, with somebody else. Mm-hmm. You get a new one to make you forget about the old one.
Right.
And that's how, fellas, they know how it goes. So when you leave in a relationship, it seems like, especially from women, they always have fear that the guy's gonna either return to a woman that he might have dated in the past, or he gonna slide off with another female to kind of take his mind off of her and his situation he might be dealing with at home. So I want to know, do you feel like there's some truth to that? Like when people say that the quickest way for a person to get past their relationship is to get with somebody else, so fill that void.
Far be it from me to be considered someone that's going to block someone from going out and having some fun, some physical fun, right?
Uh-huh.
But that can't be that can be a part of the process, maybe, because one of the other things that you want to do when you're getting over or trying to get over an ex is to tap into your support system and remain social. Become active on the social scene, right? Get out there.
Be real social.
Yeah, don't lock yourself in indoors and
right.
just continue to get more and more depressed. So yeah, if you're out socializing and you're dating and you're on a dating scene or something like that, and you get in a situation where it's getting ready to go down,
right.
you know, that can help. That can
Right.
help a little bit, but don't do it just for that reason. Okay, because you don't want to get in a situation where you're actually you're attaching yourself to someone else that maybe you're not even suited to be in any type of
real relationship
with, and you attach yourself to them in an effort to get over your ex.
Yeah, now see that happens all the time because I mean you see it happen day to day where a guy or even a woman leave a relationship, right? And then they get back with somebody they either dated or they get with somebody new, or take their mind off of them, and then once that kind of like that high wear off, or once the honeymoon stage ends, then now what? She pregnant? Or now it's like, they dealing with some issues. Well, what you gave me, I'm at the doctor now, I'm taking pills and all that. But it's out there.
It can end up really bad.
Right, but see, those are the things that people have to deal with, and that's why it's such a problem, because, people want to know these questions, and especially when it comes to women dealing with, okay, if I get mad at my man, or my man gets mad at me and decide to leave, where he going? What he going to be doing?
Right.
And the same thing applies to men, right? But I gotta ask you this question, man. Hold on one second.
Well, one thing, let me say something, because you mentioned about that whole thinking about, well, what is he doing? And, is he on to someone else?
Right.
That's another thing that you need to do. I had like 4 or 5 things that I wanted to mention, so I think I touched on 2.
Go ahead.
Right, the emotional catharsis, remain socially active, and
Okay.
Date and what have you. And then the other thing is to make sure that you sever contact with that individual, that ex, right? If you're Facebook friends, you want to end that, because you don't want to be seeing their updates. You don't want to be seeing their updates when they're out at the bar or they're on a date and they're sending. You don't want to see all of that, because that's just going to keep dragging you along. And then the other thing is get rid of the reminders. So if you have pictures in your phone, you have pictures in your apartment or in your house or whatever, you want to get rid of those.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah, because you want to try to clean that slate. And down the line, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, when you're in a better place and you can maybe establish a friendship with that person if you want to. It's not always a good idea, but if you feel like that's something that you want to do, and you're in a place where you're completely over them, then maybe you can reestablish contact. But when you're trying to get over them, it's not a good idea to constantly be reminded that you're in a relationship.
I hate that. You have to unfriend them real quick, because you be looking at them like, you at the club, you ain't never had no money with me.
Exactly.
Oh, we at the bar buying drinks, huh? You ain't never had no money to spend. Yeah, you know how it goes, right? But I saw this one post that kind of had me upset, because I was thinking it was some BS.
Just one?
Just one post. But now the post said that after a relationship, the loyal person stays single until they heal, and the other person already in a relationship. So I need to know how you feel about that from a psychology standpoint, just because I felt like that was a load of crap. So I felt like, man, that's really just the perspective of the person being hurt or the person being dumped or whatever the case may be, because they feel like, oh, well, if the person moved on, or maybe someone they got in contact with after their relationship ended, and they started to move on and develop some feelings for one another, they feel like, oh, he ain't had nothing going on, and he was never loyal to me in the first place, or he might have been talking to her before the relationship, and all these thoughts of insecurity develop. But I want to know how you feel about it. Is it true that the loyal person stays single till they healed, and the other person, moves on faster? How you feel about that?